Today we're interviewing Brock. He owns a successful cleaning business that generates $500,000 a year, and today he's going to teach you how you can start your successful cleaning business. Follow me. What are the most profitable job sites that you have?
We currently have 52 janitorial accounts.
You gonna teach me, or do I just kind of go like?
Nope, that is definitely the wrong way to do that.
How much does it take for you to start a business like this?
We use a lead generating service, which sends us leads. I'm gonna show you guys the processes and systems we have in place to clean it efficiently. I'm gonna go around and box it in.
Boom, this is awesome, I love it.
We've definitely doubled the number of accounts we have.
Wow, anybody right now can just say, I can do this, I can start this business today.
It's just adding on to the monthly revenue. The backpack vacuum was about $500. I wasn't good at cleaning my room, but I'm an excellent janitorial cleaner today.
Hey you guys, my name is Nick and I'm joining the UpFlip family as one of the hosts for this amazing channel. So now let's jump into the interview. Brock, it is finally so good to meet you. Can you please tell us how this journey started in your cleaning industry and the challenges that you see on a daily basis?
Yeah, so at the age of 15, I started in the cleaning industry working for a friend's dad, cleaning apartment security hallways over the weekend. At the age of 16, he put me in a leadership role, being in charge of a crew of 4. And then in 2013, when I was 19, I started South Sound Janitorial. From there, it was just growing and learning how to develop a business. Some of the troubles that we run into is operating a business, as well as winning bids, and then being able to successfully keep our clients happy.
Wow, that is amazing. At age 15, so did you not go to school, or how did all this work out?
So I worked a lot. I went to school, I worked over the weekends. I also had another job, so I spent a lot of time either at school or working.
Wow, so hard work pays off is what you're saying.
Most definitely.
That is awesome. So now we're gonna go check out one of Brock's job sites to see what he does, all the systems he has in place, so follow me.
We got one of my accounts that is a church. I'm gonna show you guys the processes and systems we have in place to clean it efficiently.
How many hours does it take to clean a place like this?
So this church, we've allocated 5 hours to clean. They do pay us monthly of a total of $778.
And how many people does it take to clean a place like this?
Generally, we have 2 people here, just because there's so much vacuuming to do. It makes it a little bit easier on the techs.
Wow, excellent. Well, hey, show me around and all the tasks that is required to clean a place like this.
Yeah, most definitely. So the first thing, you always go to the janitorial checklist. All our checklists are built to be followed in order. We're gonna start with the garbage, and then we're gonna move on to cleaning the restrooms and doing all the entrance doors inside and out. And then we're gonna move on to using the dust mop. We're gonna dust mop this area here. And then we'll hop on to vacuuming, and then we'll hop on to mopping.
That's
Simple
awesome.
as that.
You guys, I'm so excited. Let's get to it. When you first started your business, how much money did you make the first year? And now, how much are you making average on a monthly basis?
Yeah, in the beginning, I mean, it was a rough start getting started. We made $16,000 the first year.
Oh man.
Currently, we're doing anywhere from $55,000 to $60,000 a month.
That's incredible. So after these years of hard work, it all pays off, right?
Right.
So what are your profit margins now?
So just to kind of put it in perspective, our once a week accounts pay roughly $390 a month. This allocates us 3 hours to get to their account, service their account, and get back. So that's why it's very important to have systems and processes in place, because if our techs are going over time, it does really affect our profit margins. When our techs do stay within the allocated time, we see profit margins of anywhere from 20 to 25%.
That's awesome. You guys stick around because Brock is going to show us exactly what he does to make sure his employees are doing the job in their time frame and the systems he has in place to be successful. See you there. How do you grow your business and how do you acquire new customers?
So the most important thing is customer satisfaction, because all of our clients are on a monthly billing cycle. So once we acquire the client, it's just keeping them happy from there. And then once we get new clients, it's just adding on to the monthly revenue.
Okay, that's awesome. Do you follow up with your customers and seeing if there could be possibly a referral?
Yes, so we do actually have a referral program.
Awesome.
We do, once a business refers another business, we do give discounts to our current client, and then also we give a discount to our new client on their first invoice.
That is awesome. You guys pick that up because anytime you're referring a customer, you're rewarding the original customer and saying, hey, thank you so much, correct?
Right.
How much does it take for you to start a business like this, and where did your money go?
Yeah, in the beginning, I think it was roughly about $1,300 to $1,500 it cost to get started. The money went to buying the equipment. The backpack vacuum was about $500 with the extension cord. Other things that it went to was the supplies needed, like Lysol, mop solution, things like that, as well as getting mops, towels, everything you need to clean a building. And then it also went to getting the license, insurance, and the bond.
All right, so tell me about the bond, insurance, and license. How much does that cost or nowadays?
Yeah, the license cost $81. The insurance was a monthly payment of $70, and then the bond was a yearly payment of $250.
Oh, that's not bad at all. I mean, anybody right now can just say, I can do this. I can put aside, what, $300, $400 and start this business today.
Yeah, and get the name started.
All right, you guys, so we are now going to Brock's favorite supply store, which is
Costco.
All right, so we'll see you guys there. So tell me, since you've opened up, you've obviously acquired more tools. So what kind of tools would somebody be looking at and saying, I need to add this for your business to start?
Well, to start, I mean, you're gonna need your backpack vacuum, your extension cord, vacuum wand, mop bucket, mop sticks, mop heads, and towels.
So what is this here?
So this here is the mop solution we use. This is the rinse-free floor cleaner. This gets used mainly in offices, general cleaning for the floors, things like that. Over here, you have your all-purpose cleaner degreaser, and it has a nice lavender scent.
Oh, nice. Anything about scent.
I know, right? And that's what everybody likes. They like the scent. And the whole thing with our job is presentation. Yes, we're sanitizing. Yes, we're doing more underneath, but people don't see sanitizing.
Yeah.
They smell it. They see how their office is left. So I tell all of our techs, it's all about presentation.
Yeah.
Pushing the chairs, the knots to the bag are in the back. They're out of view. It's really the small things that add up to
that's cool.
the big
I like
things.
those little tricks.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, so we are launching the ultimate course to help you be successful in your own cleaning business. We have partnered up with a legend who has built his empire in just 6 years from $0 to $1.5 million. So this course is going to cover everything you absolutely need, from obtaining your business license to setting up your website, from hiring employees and building a team, dominating your area with the right marketing tools. There's going to be systems to help you grow and scale your business, landing Airbnb clients, and so much more. You guys, you need this. This is a step-by-step course, literally a blueprint to your business success. And you guys don't want to miss this, so make sure you are on our waiting list, and the link will be in the description below. How many employees do you currently have?
We currently have 14 employees. I mean, with the accounts we have, it's a good number. We're definitely looking to hire more techs.
That's awesome. So what is a starting wage that you start paying somebody?
Yeah, so we start our techs out at $17 an hour. That kind of gets them in the door, gets them training, gets them out to accounts. Once they can go and handle accounts by themselves, they bump up to 18.
Okay.
And then from there, that's really when we focus on the efficiency and being able to hit our time marks, getting the accounts done correctly. Once they're done with that, we bump them up to 19, and that's kind of where they ride out for the rest of the time.
That's awesome. Do you offer any benefits to them?
We don't have like medical or anything like that, but we do have like gas bonuses, things like that.
What does that look like?
So based on how many days they work during the pay period,
yeah,
they'll get a gas bonus for however many days they work.
That's pretty cool, especially with the times that we're living at now where gas is so expensive. That's really nice of you to do that.
Yeah, that was really one of the main reasons why we did that.
Oh, that is cool. I like that. You guys, so you're picking up all these awesome perks. Any way you can reward your employees, right, or make them feel appreciated, you will get so much back from them. What is the best way to bring in new customers, and how much money are you spending in acquiring new clients on a monthly or weekly basis?
Definitely online presence is the key. Everybody goes to the web to search anything. And then also we use a lead generating service, which sends us leads. We do have to pay a fee per lead. I would say on a monthly basis, we're spending anywhere from $500 to $750 on leads.
Do you guys utilize social media on Instagram or Facebook?
We only have a Facebook page, and to be honest, we're not spending any money into Facebook.
Okay, so no Facebook ads or anything like that. Okay. What are your cleaning services that you offer today, and which of them are the most popular?
So we provide a wide range of cleaning services to our clients. We do carpet cleaning, pressure washing, window cleaning, floor care, which includes strip and wax, scrubbing floors. We like to say if it can be cleaned, we can clean it. Our most popular service that we provide to our clients is janitorial service.
Wow, that's awesome. So pretty much anything that they request of cleaning, you get it done.
For the most part, we will figure out how to do it or find someone that can do it for them.
Oh, wonderful. So you can even subcontract them out to somebody else?
Of course.
Okay, that's amazing.
Hi guys, Paul here with the UpFlip team. We at UpFlip absolutely love helping business owners achieve their goals. And that's why we're excited to partner up with Jobber. More than 160,000 service professionals use Jobber to manage their business on the go. Jobber helps you keep things organized and provide an easy and professional customer experience. Estimate, quote, schedule, invoice, and get paid all in one place. Send quotes using customized templates that clients can approve online in their 24/7 self-serve portal, Client Hub. Then convert the quote to a booking. Once the job's done, convert the quote into an invoice and collect payment all from the Jobber app. Keep clients informed with appointment reminders and automatic follow-up messages. It even helps you manage your team and provide documentation to clients. Create schedules in the app, share them with the team, and provide them the forms and checklists they need to get the job done right every time. Jobber really makes life easier. They even offer small business grants to help you achieve your business goals. This year, they're awarding 25 grants totaling $150,000. Sign up with Jobber and get a 14-day free trial. Just go to getjobber.com/upflip to explore what Jobber can do for you.
So it's important that we follow the checklist in order. We're gonna start on the far end of the building. We're gonna hit this last trash can here, and then we're out our way to the dumpster.
Sweet, awesome.
Woo. Boom, boom. Tie it in a knot, and a knot in the back, so it's visually pleasing. So let's check it off, and then let's follow the checklist down. Next, we're gonna get the restroom tote and start cleaning the restrooms.
All right, let's do it. All right, so customers are making reviews online, Google, Yelp, Angie. Did you go back and read those reviews to see how you can improve, or what did you do about those reviews?
We always read the reviews. We did reply to all of them. We get most of our reviews on Google. We do have a page on Yelp as well as Angie Leads. Those are mainly the platforms that we do use to advertise our business.
Okay, so these platforms such as Google, how fast are you responding? Are you something you do on an evening basis or a daily basis?
We respond as they come in. We don't have many reviews. I think we have like 6 reviews. It's harder to get reviews in the commercial industry as it's a business giving you a review as opposed to a residential person.
I see. Now, do you ask your customers to give you a rating or submit a review online?
We don't out the door. We kind of try to service them for at least a year or provide multiple services to them before we ask if they could leave a review.
Okay. Do you think it's important that people are online and reading these reviews before they make that call to schedule an appointment?
It is most definitely important. It lets other clients know kind of what you provide, how you provide, and if you're going to be a good fit for what they want.
All right, you guys, so now we are starting the Blitz questions. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's do it. What is your greatest fear as an entrepreneur?
Failing and losing all my money.
If you are what you eat, what are you?
Definitely Taco Bell.
What do you do with your profits?
Part of it I get paid, and then I reinvest about 15 to 20% back into the business.
Very nice. Favorite place to visit?
Favorite place to visit? Home.
Best word to describe you?
Genuine and determined.
Nice. And now we're moving on to the fan blitz. How do you retain employees and keep them happy?
Definitely incentives and keeping a positive and fun work environment.
Leonardo Usco asked, did uniform improve your branding and business presence?
Yes, it did. It definitely gives a more professional look. I know a lot of buildings we're going into at night when nobody's there, but when you're out and about in the public eye, I mean, it does add a good branding look.
Okay, that is good. What is the biggest headache or downside to running a janitorial business by Nate M?
being on call 24/7.
And how are you asking clients for reviews, and how do you make that as easy as possible for them at 123 Lanaton?
Usually, like right out the gate, we don't ask for reviews. We've at least have to be providing them a service for at least a year before we ask for reviews, or if we've completed multiple services like carpet cleaning, window cleaning, things like that, we'll ask if they mind going on Google and leaving a review.
Awesome. What are the most profitable job sites that you have?
The job, or at least the type of cleaning that I found to be most profitable has been carpet cleaning, just because you charge per square foot, and then as long as you got the good process in doing it and you know how to clean the carpet efficiently, you can bust it out in a good amount of time.
Nice. Do you train all your employees to know how to carpet clean, or is there a specific tech that you have?
I've only have 2 other techs that are trained in carpet cleaning. Other than that, I'm usually out there with them cleaning the carpets.
All right, you guys, so you just picked something up here. Listen to this. The most profitable job site is carpet cleaning. So that's one area where you can start off right now.
Great, so now that we're in the restroom, we're gonna follow the restroom checklist. The restroom is designed to be followed in order to ensure we're hitting all components of the restroom. So you're gonna spray down the surface, make sure you get the faucets, the counters. The best way to clean the sinks is to always start with the faucets, and then work your way down, get the top, get the back, the sides, and then the most important part that's always forgotten is underneath. Make sure you get that. Then after that, I work everything out of the bowl to one side, so all the debris is caught on one side, go around, collect it at the top. And then you'll clean the counter, make sure you're wiping behind, and then work all the debris forward.
Now let's talk about hiring. So before you hire an employee, you're obviously reviewing their applicants. How do you review their applications, especially when they tell you they'll be a great fit for your company?
So we use a few different platforms to kind of get applicants in the doors. We've used Facebook, we've used Craigslist. The main one we use is Indeed. From there, they just apply and we kind of read their resumes, see if they are a fit based on their job history, what they do. Get them in here, talk to them more, see what their values are and what they can contribute to our company and kind of where do they see themselves going, and then we go from there.
Okay, so during this COVID season, have you been doing Zoom interviews or do you still meet in person?
We did a couple over Zoom, but it wasn't as personal as meeting them in person.
Of course, that makes sense. When did you acquire your first client, and how is cleaning this different from cleaning a house?
Yeah, so we signed our first janitorial client in 2015, and then janitorial is a lot different than house cleaning. One, you're dealing with businesses, so you got a more professional aspect and a more professional business dealing. Ultimately, you're in office buildings when nobody's there. Unlike house cleaning, you're usually there cleaning either while the resident's there or stuff like that.
That makes sense. Okay, awesome. So if you went back knowing what you know now, how could our viewers say, I don't want that 2-year span. I want to start today. So what tips have you learned from that you can share with our viewers?
Definitely online marketing. Having online presence is the best way to go right now. In the beginning, we didn't really have an online presence. I was just going business to business, trying to get what I could. In the beginning, I mean, we got a lot of no's. So, I mean, don't be turned away or discouraged from all the no's. 100 no's eventually will turn into a yes.
Awesome.
So when you clean the mirror, it doesn't take much Windex to do it. I usually just do one's mist like that. Get yourself about 3 feet of paper towel. Fold it in half, get you a nice working surface. Go up from the middle, go left to right, work your way all the way down the mirror. The idea behind this is you're pushing all the debris to the sides. Once you get down to the bottom quarter of the mirror, you want to make sure you go over it a couple times because that's usually where the soap splashes. Once you're done with all that, you want to go around, box it in to make sure you collect all that debris at the end. Once you're done, you want to make sure you step back, step to either the left or the right, and kind of take an angle look. That's how you ensure you get all the spots from down here.
When you first started, how did you secure your customers? What did you do? What kind of jobs did you offer, and how do you maintain your customers?
In the beginning, I mean, we tried to hustle and get any job we can get. It didn't matter what it was, what the price was. If we got a job, we were doing great. And the main thing we were doing was move-out cleans. So we'd go in and clean the houses after people moved out. We had an agreement with a property management company. I actually knew the owner, and we were getting 10 to 12 houses a month. Wow. And we also listed on Craigslist, trying to get as many houses as we could as well.
That's awesome. So how did the Craigslist work out for you?
We did get a few from Craigslist, but it wasn't the best. We definitely were better from getting it from the property management company. So currently we're no longer doing move-out cleans.
Oh,
we
nice.
only provide janitorial service to commercial clients.
Commercial clients, excellent.
Yes.
So you recently moved your entire business from your house to an office space. Why did you do that, and how did that impact your business?
Well, mainly we didn't have a choice. We were working out of a 10 by 10 garage.
Oh, nice.
And at that time we had 8 employees. Almost every night I had 5 to 6 employees showing up at my house. My neighbors weren't happy with all the road traffic, so we had to look into getting an office in another location.
Nice. So if someone is starting off today, is that something that you would suggest to them that they do from day one, or is this later on in the road?
I definitely do it on later on in the road. Again, it's all based on how much income you're having. We pay, I think it's about $1,000 a month to have our office space. So I mean, if you can afford to have that on top of everything else and you make money too, do what's best for you. We had a huge jump in growth after we had moved, just because we had more space to get equipment, we were able to get more techs, and we were able to efficiently do everything within one location. Since we moved out of the garage, we've definitely doubled the number of accounts we have.
Wow, doubled. That is key, you guys. And that's what we're hearing more and more, that when you take your business to a business location, we see so much more growth in your business. So that's how you scale up.
So now that we're in the restroom cleaning the toilet, we're gonna spray it all down with disinfecting solution. Make sure we're getting all sides, all angles of the toilet. So only a light dusting of Comet. Doesn't take much. After that, we're gonna go through, scrub the whole inside of the toilet. Make sure you're getting up underneath the lip. Boom, 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 down into the bottom. And then you want to flush it. When you flush it, you want to make sure you're spinning around your brush to kind of rinse underneath the bowl. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure you wipe the handle. And as I wipe, I like to wipe everything to one direction. That way any hair or debris is essentially all on this side now. And you just wipe it down. And you get behind the toilet. You're gonna flip your towel over, so now you got a clean surface. You're gonna wipe the top of the lid or the top of the seat, get underneath. The most important thing when you're cleaning the bottom of the toilet seat, each of these ridges, you wanna make sure you go down and out, down and out.
So this is pretty cool. I just watched you clean the whole entire bathroom. Now tell me, how long does it normally take, and how long does it take your employees to clean a place like this?
So this type of restroom here that has 2 sinks, 2 mirrors, and 2 toilets should take on average about 7 minutes to do efficiently. Most of our techs do kind of hit that time. If they're newer, they generally hit about 10 to maybe 15 minutes because they're referring back to the checklist.
I see, I see. So it's not in the system yet. So once they're practicing it over and over, it kicks in.
Right, so once you got the restroom checklist memorized, it's coming in, boom, 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 boom.
Awesome.
Good to go.
Okay, so we just finished cleaning the restrooms and we're moving on to the windows.
So now we're on to the windows. Kind of same thing in the restrooms. Spray it down. Let's get about 3 feet of paper towel. Boom, fold it in half, fold it in half. Same idea, go in the middle, collect the Windex. Go left to right, working your way down the window, pushing any debris or anything like that to the sides. And then once you get down to the bottom, kind of go around and box it in.
Boom, this is awesome, I love it. You know, earlier you mentioned about checklists that you have created. So how has that helped your business overall perform?
To be more efficient, to stay on top of the tasks that need to be done. And you know, it's not really me trying to tell you something that this needs to get done, this needs to get done, this needs to get done, and you having to remember it.
Okay.
You know, it's set in place. This is what needs to be done. It holds you accountable. There's no reason for it not to get done. It's all listed right there on a checklist in order for it to be done correctly. Over the years, I've tweaked, developed, figured out how to lay out our checklist. So now they're all laid out in order. It breaks it up between person one, person two, what they're going to do. And then it also breaks it up based on tasks.
Nice.
Because that's how we do all of our training is tasks. So they read the checklist, they'll see glass.
Yeah.
They know how to go clean glass.
Excellent.
You know how to clean glass.
Yes, I've done it.
So they apply it to whatever glass in that building needs to be cleaned.
So you mentioned you worked for a larger company. What did you learn from them that you've now implemented in your own business?
Yeah, no, it was a great time working for the larger cleaning company. It did give me more experience cleaning carpets, stripping and waxing floors, being in a whole bunch of different environments, and then I just applied all that to my business.
Okay, that's cool. So someone watching today and saying, I've never worked for a larger company, but I do want to open up my business. Is this something that they can just start today? Maybe looking at some YouTube videos, or what suggestions or advice would you give them?
Yeah, most definitely. Anybody today can go and start their own cleaning business. As long as they can clean good, they can start their own cleaning business.
So you're telling me that when your mother or father tells you to clean your room well, that's where it all starts?
Kinda. I wasn't good at cleaning my room, but I'm an excellent janitorial cleaner today.
There you go. All right, so we just cleaned the windows and we are moving on to the dust mop. Here we go. All right, you guys, so this part is actually very simple. We are taking the dust mop and start moving it around, just like this. All right, so we just finished dusting this area and we're moving on to the vacuum.
Let's go get it set up.
All right.
Our next step on the checklist is vacuuming, so let's go ahead and get started.
Nice. Wow, this is so exciting, you guys. So once we have dust mopped this area, now we get to make it shine, and this is where your customers truly appreciate you, right?
Yes, definitely does make the floor clean.
You gonna teach me, or do I just kind of go like...
Nope. So that is definitely the wrong way to do that.
Corners?
The way you go, you pick a side you're gonna start with, and you wanna go forward and back. Forward and back.
Okay.
As you go forward and back, you are applying pressure to the floor, which is picking up all the dirt. When you mop side to side, the only thing you're doing is getting the floor wet.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So just like that.
Yep, forward and back.
Oh, sweet. I love it. Okay, so that was awesome. So now we're gonna check off our vacuuming as that is complete.
Yep.
And then we have mopped the kitchen area.
Right, we've mopped everything.
All right, turn over. Just follow the instructions, right?
Follow the instructions.
All right, we got that done. And the final walkthrough.
Yep, so the final walkthrough is just kind of double checking, making sure we got all the tasks completed. And this account here is just making sure we got all the dumpster keys back, the dispenser keys back where they go. And it also lets us know where we need to go leave the checklist.
Wow.
So in this case, we need to go leave it in the pastor's office, and then we'll sign it and date it.
This is awesome. I love checklists. I mean, when you're doing a checklist, it's easier to follow and not get, even if you're distracted, a phone call is coming through or something, like, okay, where am I? Here I am. Let's get back to it.
Right.
All right, now talking about Better Business Bureau. How do you get an A+ rating? And is that something important?
So with the Better Business Bureau, you do pay a monthly fee to be a part of it, which I think we pay $87 a month.
Wow.
And then you actually start out with an A+ rating, and then as people leave negative reviews and things like that, that's how your score drops.
Wow. Do you have any idea how Better Business Bureau, how they generate or how they pick up those negative reviews?
I have no idea, other than I've heard people can go on there and leave the negative reviews.
How would you describe your leadership style? I mean, like, how do you manage your employees and lead them in a way where you are showing them great management?
Yeah, I like to refer to it as a participatory leader. We get the input from our team with the growth and development of all our systems and processes. They help us grow and figure out how we can do our systems better.
Okay, so is this like an outside source, a company that you pay that helps you organize this, or how does that work?
Trial and error.
Okay.
Give it a shot. The first thing you can do is get it down on paper. Start implementing the system, tweak it, implement the system, tweak it until you've figured out what works best.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you get any feedback from your team saying, hey, what can we do on a monthly basis better to improve?
Yeah, so we do have monthly meetings. We sit down, kind of see how we can tweak whatever we have going on to make it better.
So tell me, how do you maintain a work-life balance with this business? I mean, because I can tell this can be so overwhelming for somebody. Can you give us some tips or share some thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot. There's a lot of days where, I work or I'm up at least 16, 18 hours a day just to have that time with my business and then also have that time with my family. Scheduling your time is very important. And also at the end of the day, your business is business, but also your family's family.
Yeah.
So make time and spend more time with your family than you do in your business.
That is so good. And I think that's so important as we are trying to live a life right for our families. And I'm just wondering, so you have customers on the weekends too, right? Mm-hmm. So do you ever have to work on the weekends? If not, who does that work?
Most definitely. I mean, I kind of work every single day, work when I'm needed. But we do have a solid team of 14 people that, we get stuff covered and have some free time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that is important. All right, so here's a question for you. We have viewers here that are sitting there and thinking, I want to start my janitorial business, but they have no idea who to reach out to, management companies. What are some techniques that you can share? Is this something that they can write an email to or reach out to them, go meet them in person? What's the best thing that you have learned in your practice?
In the beginning, there's multiple ways you can do it. You can go business to business, handing out business cards, flyers, doing cold calls, anything to really get your name out there. Because I mean, when you're first starting, you're starting from nothing. Okay. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows really what you're doing and if you're going to be a reliable company. Okay. Then we started using a lead generation service known as Home Advisor, which they would send the leads to us. We did have to pay for those on a regular basis. Every lead that came to us, we did have to pay for. Okay. But we did get a lot of our work from there.
Oh, nice. So this is something that they can just go online and just open up an account and the leads to it?
Correct. So in the beginning, you do have to pay like a membership fee. I think it's like $280 something to be a part of it. And then they do send leads to you. It was like $40 to $75, just kind of depending on what the lead was and what it was going to entail. You do have to pay that price whether or not you win the bid. It's trial and error. Hopefully your selling is on point and you can win bids.
Brock, what is your ultimate goal for your business? I mean, you're looking at this business and you're happy today, right?
Correct.
And you're thinking, you know what? In the next 5, 10 years, this is what it's going to look like. And what are you doing to achieve those goals?
Yeah, our ultimate goal is to provide the best janitorial service in the South Sound. We're ultimately trying to achieve this by our systems, our processes, as well as training our techs in tasks that they complete.
That's awesome. So how often do you train your techs?
Every day.
Every day? So every day you have a huddle or a meeting of some sort before they go out in the field?
So a lot of it's hands-on. So while they're out in the field, I mean, every day is something new. The toilet's not going to look the same on the day-to-day basis.
Okay.
So every day is a training opportunity, whether it be from cleaning windows to vacuuming to cleaning toilets.
Okay. And how often do these big corporations, do they transition from one cleaning service to another?
Most of the times when they're unhappy with their current janitorial company, they'll start searching for another one. Okay. So it's very important that you guys stay up on the quality of your work and the efficiency on how you get it done.
All right, Brock, so what entrepreneurial hacks over all these years that you have learned that is helping you succeed in your business today?
Definitely to systematize and process everything within your business. That way, no matter who's doing it, it will always be done the right way.
Are you constantly revamping your system or changing things?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Does your team know about them?
Yes.
Every day?
Every day.
That is awesome.
They get irritated sometimes, but we're just doing it to be better.
Absolutely. Well, that's the only way to succeed, right?
Right.
So good job. So I'm sure you run into situations where you're like, oh man, I don't know what to do. So you have these questions. Where do you go to get advice or suggestions?
Google or YouTube. They are a huge help to how to clean things, proper way to clean things like that. I mean, you can find anything on Google. There's anything on YouTube.
Okay. Have you ever made any mistakes where you regretted?
Most definitely. But you learn from those, you grow, and you don't make them again.
Going back, have you had a mentor who showed you all the steps? And if so, do you think you need one, or is this something that somebody can start today without one?
Yeah, in the beginning, I mean, I had my friend's dad. He taught me a lot. I looked up to him as a mentor. From there, I mean, no, you really don't need a mentor. Google, the internet, it can teach you everything you need to know and how to do things. Ultimately, though, it does help to have a mentor. So you have someone one-on-one to talk to. Mm-hmm. They have their wisdom, their advice, what they've gone through, and things like that.
Have you had days where you wanted to quit and just give up on all this?
Most definitely.
So what led you through that difficulty?
How much work I've already put in, and then my family and all that stuff. But I mean, I've spent currently now 9 years building this. So just giving up isn't really a good option.
There you go. I agree with you. Corporations, they can sometimes just cut you off, right?
Right.
So has that happened to you before?
Yes, it has.
Oh man, that must be a bummer. So what have you guys done, or how did you learn from that mistake, and how do you teach your team?
In most cases, we lost our clients just due to poor service. This was in the early stages of South Sound Janitorial. From there, we've learned how to develop our checklist better to be sure that we are providing the correct services and tasks to our clients, as well as our training platform that we've developed. We train our techs based on tasks. So we'll train them how to clean windows, how to clean toilets, how to clean restrooms, proper way to vacuum, proper way to mop. Once they have these techniques down, they're able to apply it at any account.
Okay, so basically, poor services meaning they're doing the job, but they're just not doing it to a professional standard.
Correct. Either that, or we're just not doing tasks because we don't know, or they're being missed.
Okay. Do sometimes these business owners comes out and they just do auditing on you guys, or?
Well, a lot of times when the clients come in from the weekend, they see their office, whether or not it was cleaned correctly, the trash was changed, is their toilet cleaned, things like that. And a lot of times, they don't let you know. They'll just kind of move on to another cleaning company.
All right, Brock, we love to end every interview with the last question is, what book that you would recommend to our viewers that has been so impactful in your life?
Definitely the book is E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. It's a good book on setting your business up with processes, systems, doing the beginning steps before you start your business. And I mean, if you've already started your business, read the book and start implementing those systems right away.
That's awesome. I loved it. Thank you so much for your time. This was definitely an honor.
Thank you.
Guys, and this was so wonderful. We'll see you next time. You guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. As you have learned, there are so many cool things that you can do to start your cleaning business today and be successful. But before you go, please hit the like button and the bell to get notified when our next episode comes out, and you can be learning so much more. Till next time.